Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome into a brand new episode of the Revealed Rob Show. Appreciate you coming over here to hang out with me in the movie realm of this here YouTube channel as we talk all things movies. On this week's episode, we'll be reviewing the new Jack Black, Jason Momoa film Minecraft, man. People going crazy in theaters over this movie. Teens are going crazy over this movie in theaters. I'm going to give you my spoiler free thoughts on that film as well. We've got all kinds of fun news to talk about, man. We've got some horror stuff to talk about. We got some DC stuff to talk about, mandatory to every episode. We got Spider Man stuff to talk about. Heck, we even got movie theater stuff to talk about on this week's episode, man. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this with our Minecraft review. There is your poster. Minecraft is rated PG for some scary images, language, suggestive rude humor, violence, and action. The film runs at 1 hour, 41 minutes, and is classified as a kids, family, fantasy, adventure, comedy, action film. Welcome to the world of Minecraft, where creativity doesn't just help you craft, it's essential to one's survival. Four misfits: Garrett, the garbage man Garrison, played by Jason Momoa; Henry, played by Sebastian Eugene Hansen; Natalie, played by Emma Myers; and Dawn, played by Danielle Brooks, find themselves struggling with ordinary problems when they are suddenly pulled through a mysterious portal into the overworld, a bizarre cubic wonderland that thrives on imagination. To get back home, they'll have to master this world and protect it from evil things like piglins and zombies, while embarking on a magical quest with an unexpected expert crafter, Steve, played by Jack Black. Together, their adventure will challenge all five to be bold, to reconnect with the qualities that make each of them uniquely creative, the very skills they need to thrive back in the real world. That is a synopsis for. So this is the latest live action film based on a video game turned into a movie. We've seen this several times, be it movies, be it television shows. You know, you got The Last of Us going to come out. You've got Until Dawn coming out, even though they do nothing to pay attention to the video game. We've got Mortal Kombat. We've had Mario movies, video games, two movies, two television has nothing new. It's something that has existed for quite some time. Works sometimes, doesn't work other times. Me personally with Minecraft, I've never played the game. Maybe saw my nephew play it a long time ago when he was younger. I don't know. I have no real connection to Minecraft. I don't know what the game is other than like I think you go around creating things. Minecraft, right? I don't know if there's a story to it. I know absolutely positively nothing about the video game Minecraft itself. So there's going to be things in this movie that are Easter eggs or big pops for people who play the game and all that stuff that I'm gonna miss. I understand that. So that's already out the window. So, but I'm going in as a movie guy, right? Going in as the main reason I went to go see this movie, in all honesty, was they announced that before it, they'll be showing a tease of James Gunn's Superman. And you know me, I'm very excited about that movie, huge DC fan. So I was going in for that. Of course, freaking geniuses over at DC, Warner Brothers, all that decided to release it online beforehand, and I wanted to punch them all right in the noggin. Whoever's in charge over there at freaking Warner Brothers, we already know they're ignoramus, the worst of the worst, the absolute worst with all kinds of decisions they're making. But I still avoided it. I didn't watch it online. We'll talk about that more when we get to DC stuff, but that annoyed me. The other reason I went into this movie is big Jack Black fan. I've been a Jack Black fan for as long as I can remember. Like I remember watching his movies, collecting physical media of all his films and all that stuff. Just always loved Jack Black, man. Always been a big fan of his, that and music, and now he's kind of putting them together with, you know, School of Rock, Tenacious D, The Pick of Destiny. He did some musical stuff, Peaches, man, and Mario, and he's got some musical stuff in this Minecraft film as well. And Jason Momoa, I like Jason Momoa. Again, mentioned DC guy, you know, loved him as Aquaman. Very much more excited for him as Lobo. He was great in Game of Thrones. He's just great in general. So going in there, I know Emma Myers from Wednesday. She's good in that show as well. So it's like I know some people in this movie. We'll just go watch a film to have a good time, man. Why not? Let's because that's what this movie is, and that's the main point and the main applause I give this movie is it does not at any point whatsoever take itself over serious. Like this is not a film that you're going into expecting it to be an Oscar winning film. You should not expect that. You should not expect that from any movie. You should just go into movies and enjoy them in general. Um, but like I'm sure when people went to watch The Substance, they were never thinking it would be nominated for Oscars. Same with Nora and all that stuff. Never would have thought that, but they were both nominated and all that stuff and won awards and everything. But Minecraft, like going into this completely blind with no information really whatsoever about the game itself and the world itself and all that stuff. Like it's interesting. Like it's an interesting vibe. It's very over the top. What you expect? Jack Black's at his Jack Blackest, you know, and the Jason Momoa, you know, we know I'm a big tough guy and all that stuff, but he gets goofy as well, and he's goofy in this movie and all this stuff. And They play off of each other very well, and the big masculine energy, but the still goofy energy off of the two of them is great. And it leads to a lot of hilarity and a lot of fun moments. Again, I'm sure there's Minecraft Easter eggs in this thing that I'm not completely understanding or getting. That I'm obviously I've seen videos of theater reactions about people maybe getting it. I have my questions about those theater reactions, but they're insane. But the movie itself, it tells a comprehensive story. Like the story is easy enough to follow along with. It's nothing all that hard. You like as I just talked about in the synopsis, we get introduced to these five characters, and we learn about their backstories a little bit and why they're going into this world. And they all have like their separate goals going into the world and all that stuff that they need to come together to fight against this evil pig that's down there. I don't know anything, but it's cool. It's like it's a big world. It looks cool. It looks adventurous. It looks escapist. It looks really cool, and all that stuff looks like you would probably think how it would look if you get sucked into a video game. It's got the vibe of it. Like I've seen photos of Minecraft and all that stuff. And again, I think I saw my nephew play it before, where it's got that blocky vibe to it, and all the characters are block style and all that. So it looks like the way, and it looks the way it's supposed to look, and all that. The story's easy enough. It's a fun film. It's an over the top film. It's an insane film. you know, there are creepy moments that are like zombies in Minecraft or something like that, and they're creeper. I think they're called creepers. Um, you got that. You got this evil pig going against them. They're fighting against the evil pig because the evil pig wants to take over the world and all that stuff and make it all evil because creativity is not allowed and stuff like that. Like it's an interesting enough story. It's a fun enough story. Like again, it's one of those movies where you go in, turn your brain off, and just look at the pretty colors and have watched Jack Black make just absolutely ridiculous things and have a good time. He's got a great song in there called Steve's Lava Chicken. Fantastic. Listened to it several times since I left the theater. He and Jason Momoa do a song together. He has another song that's like the main song on the soundtrack that I can't remember the name of. Great song as well. I've listened to it a couple times. So if you're a Jack Black fan, you're gonna have a good time with the movie. I've I can't imagine Minecraft fans not having a good time with this movie, which I think they are. The film has done very well since its release. Like it has a budget of like 150 something. It's already made 300 and something, so it's doing fine. There's two credit scenes for this Bad Mama Gemma. One like pretty close after the credits start. There's one at the very end that teases the next film and all this stuff. And obviously, with how successful it's been, there will be another film, I'm sure. But it is a good time film. Like it's not one of those movies that come at the end of the year. It's not going to be my top 10. It's nowhere near my top 10 now. Um, like it's not connecting with me in a certain way. Like this is the perfect example of a film that was not made for me, but I could still enjoy what it was and could just turn the brain off and vibe with the film for a little bit and all that stuff. Now these theater reaction videos that are coming out, I kind of annoying, because there's a thing with theater reactions. It's taken off in a big bad way with the Marvel films and the way people were reacting during Endgame and all that stuff. And then, of course, with Deadpool and Wolverine more recently. And those were fine. Like those weren't over the top reactions, just people hooting and hollering and all that stuff, which are fine. And I was in the theater with all that stuff was going on. Like that's fine too. But like the theater reactions for Minecraft, and I said it earlier, is not so much just regular people. It's freaking teenagers going in here and they've got their phones on and they're recording the screen. They're throwing popcorn and drinks all over the place. And I don't know if this is genuine reactions or putting on a show for cameras and all that stuff, because that's what mostly teenagers do now with TikTok and all that. But it's so over the top. It's ridiculous. People have been getting arrested and all that stuff. So I don't know what to really think of these reactions, that they're honest and true or not. But I can see people being excited for the film, and I can see moments in the film, like thinking about it back now, I can see moments in that film where there were pauses for people to react and stuff like that. And there's moments in the theater for them to react, but overall, Minecraft is what it is, like obviously, but it's one of those movies that I've said it twice now. I'll say it one more time to bring it home. Turn your brain off. Go watch it. If you're a Jack Black fan, you're gonna have a fun time. Watch Jason Momoa be ridiculous. Emma Myers is doing a great job. The kid is doing a great job. Everybody's doing a great job in the movie. They're hilarious. They're having a good time. The action scenes are fun. It's big world, big looks, all that stuff. Goofy as can be movie. Again, it's not going to be anywhere near my top 10 or anything like that at the end of the year, but it is what it is. It's not the worst movie I saw this year, not the best. It was a movie I saw this year, and that's it. So that's my thoughts on Minecraft. If you saw it over the weekend, let me know about your thoughts and comments. You saw those videos, these reactions. What do you think? You think they're real? You think they're genuine? You think it's people putting on a show? We'll see. But nonetheless, go check out the songs. The songs, awesome. my phone's over there charging, so I don't want to get up. But the songs are pretty good, man. Especially Steve's Lava Chicken, hilarious, like 30 seconds, hilarious. Um, which is great. That's what you get with Jack Black movies, and I'm glad to love it and can't wait to get more of that from Jack Black. I did see another movie this week called Hell of a Summer. Not this week, obviously, this new week, between the weeks of doing the show. Saw another movie called Hell of a Summer. Be on the lookout for that review. It'll be out later this week at some point. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Hit that like, subscribe, share. Thank you. I'm getting close to 100, man. It's insane. It's exciting. Exciting. I can't believe people actually are interested in stuff I do. But I got that. So I saw that movie, and then I saw Snow White again. I've seen Snow White 4 times now in theaters. Stop listening to the internet. Stop listening to the trendy things. Go see that movie yourself. Have a good time. If you love Disney, there's no way you wouldn't love this movie. It's pretty much a perfect Disney film. My brother, Tombstone Josh, check out his stuff. He just took his daughter to see it. They both loved it. So go see it, man. It's a fun. It's such a good movie. Talking about great music. Fantastic stuff, man. All right, so that's going to do it for the movie talks real quick. Again, Hell of a Summer review will be out later, but let's go ahead and jump into news. We'll kick it off with DC, right? So talked about the main reason I wanted to go see Minecraft in theaters was for that Superman tease, and unfortunately, they ruined that by putting it out early. Miss the old days of theaters, man. But I didn't watch it. I waited till seeing those things on the big screen so much better and so much cooler. Essentially, what the tease was a more of the scene where we see in the trailer Superman falling down into the snow, badly beaten up, badly hurt, calling Crypto. We see more of a continuation of that. We see Crypto, while a super dog, is still very much a dog, jumping on Superman, all that stuff, while Superman's still in pain. As we saw in the trailer, he asked Crypto to take him home, which is the Fortress Saw too. We see some of that. Looks absolutely beautiful. Looks absolutely spectacular. Looks absolutely stunning. They go in there. They got 4 robots carrying them and all that stuff. They bring him in there. They put him on the table. They use the power of the sun to help heal his wounds. What they talked about was like a lung, cracked ribs, and all that stuff. So Superman got it bad. I can't wait to see how Superman got it bad, because normally Superman don't get it bad, man. So I want to see what it was and what happened with Superman. But of course, the Snyder bots online and just haters being haters is always online. I have so many issues with that. It's like, well, the sun's supposed to power him, man. Why is he in pain? Have you never been in pain? Have you never had a hurt body part where it has to heal and it hurts in the process of it being healed? That's reality, man. He's got a punctured lung and all that stuff. He's got bad things happening inside of his body. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. Like, healing's gonna hurt and all that stuff. And they were mad like the robots called him Superman. Who knows if they call him Superman? Trailers lie. They might call him Kal-El in the movie. We don't know. But if they still call him Superman, who gives a flying frick? The movie looks great. It looks awesome. It's gonna be a good time, man. Stop taking things over seriously. Stop thinking everything's gonna be like the comic books, because that's never, ever, ever going to happen. It will never be 100% like the comic books. If it is, what a waste. Like, I mean, why would you want that? Why would you want that, in all honesty? And a lot of people don't know Superman as Kal-El. You got to remember, I know a lot of people know or are deep into these characters and know the comic books and all this stuff. That's fine. That's great. That's awesome. But you got to remember, these movies are not just made for us, and not just made for the comic book fans, and not just made for that. They're made for general audiences as well. And a lot of people don't know Superman as Kal-El. And the last time we known him as Kal-El, we had that freaking Gal Gadot deadpan way of saying his name. So I guess a tough name to say. I don't know, but it's okay. Stop taking everything so serious. It's a freaking movie about a guy with superpowers. It's all right, and you'll be okay. Like, just stop taking it so serious. It's all right. It's a freaking movie with a guy like that. He's got a freaking horrible bowl haircut Green Lantern, which is comic book accurate. So why are you complaining? James Gunn knows what he's doing. He's already proven to know what he's doing when he made a film about a freaking talking raccoon in a tree that says "I am Groot" over and over again. Make that be successful. He knows what he's doing. He made Scooby Doo success. He knows what he's doing. Like, he knows what he's doing. Stop questioning it. I know you're Snyder fans. Get over it already. Snyder's happy for James Gunn. They're buddies. They're friends. All that stuff's going on. Stop complaining and go enjoy the movie. Movie looks fantastic. Movie looks awesome. Can't wait to see that as many times as I've seen Snow White in theaters, maybe even more. Coming out at the same time as Jurassic World, I'll be seeing both of those movies over and over again, man. I'm excited. I'm excited for that movie. Stop freaking hating everything. Before I started recording this episode here, we did get a little more of a tease of Peacemaker Season 2. That's coming out later this year. Just a couple more clips and all that stuff. Not a full trailer, not a full teaser or anything like that. Just like quick little snippets and all that stuff. But looks good. Looks awesome. John Cena back in a big bad way as Peacemaker. All of our normal characters that we remember from the first season looks like to be back. We got Hardcore and all that stuff, man. It's going to be awesome. Like, I love Peacemaker. I've seen that season twice now. I love it. I love what John Cena's done with that character. Again, James Gunn knows what he's doing. So I'm very excited for Peacemaker, man. Let's see. Going from there, let's go ahead and talk Spider-Man real quick since we're talking comic book stuff. So we got two drops of Spider-Man news since the last time we talked, both dealing with movies and both dealing with highly anticipated questions. So the first one we're going to talk about is the one that's releasing first, and that is Spider-Man Brand New Day. This will be releasing July 31st, 2026. This is the MCU movie, which we are excited about figuring out where that's, because of course people don't remember that Peter Parker is Spider-Man now. That's how we ended with the last film. So it can be interesting to see where all that goes. You know, the Sadie Sink has been cast in the film. She's a great actress, so can't wait to see how everything unfolds with Spider-Man. If I looked up the release date, because I was talking with Buddy about the upcoming Marvel films, it's in between the two Avengers films, so we'll see how that all ends up going. Doomsday and Secret Wars is in between those two right now, so we'll see how it all works out. But that's coming out in July 2026, keeping that July release date. And then in 2027, June 4th, 2027, we get Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. And we've been waiting for any kind of news on this film for a while, because remember the last one ended on a very much of a cliffhanger. And we've been waiting for a while for any kind of updates on this movie. And it seemed like maybe it was in trouble because the actor kept getting in trouble by hitting on his co-stars. So hopefully they've got that all figured out. We've got it all planned out, because those movies have been awesome. Like, those have been some spectacular movies. They draw you in with their beautiful artwork and creative artwork style and all that. So we've been waiting to see how everything unfolds with that movie. Finally getting it, man. 2027 is a while away, I know, but it's good to have some kind of information on it nonetheless. All right, going over to horror news. Just one thing to really talk about. There was some more horror stuff come out. Maybe my buddy Zach over at the Death Curse Club will hit some more of that stuff. Like Predator news is out there, and all kinds of other news that's come out. Don't really want to talk about it. I feel, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. For some reason, I just don't want to talk about it. Like the vibe of it, or like and all that. I don't know. I I guess we can. So we got an update from Elle Fanning about Predator, the next Predator film. She's going to be in it, and that she's going to be working with the Predator. So the Predator is going to be like, I guess, a good guy in this movie or something like that. So they're going to be buddies, going to be working together and all that. That's cool. That's fun. Um, and then we know, as the news I have for this episode, Happy Death Day 3 has been pretty much confirmed now. Been a lot of questions about that for a while. Star of the two films, Jessica Roth, said, quote, the third movie is moving forward. Christopher Landon, the director of the film, was right there by her side on stage when they were talking about it. And he added, quote, it is moving forward. So people have been waiting for some kind of update on Happy Death Day, when the third film would end up happening. And now it looks like it's moving forward, man. So if you're a fan of those films, took me a little bit to get to them. Like the first movie, for some reason, the first time I watched the first movie, I wasn't into it, but I watched it again last year, honestly, during Halloween Horror Nights, when I was in my room getting ready and all that stuff, like waiting for the day to go down, get ready to go to Halloween Horror Nights. And it was playing on probably Sci-Fi, I guess. And I watched it and enjoyed it. And then the second one came on right after it, and I enjoyed that one too. So I'm excited for the third one. Um, I made the joke earlier. Until Dawn looks like it's a Happy Death Day movie, because it's nothing like the video game. And the movie that they're claiming to be Until Dawn, if you die, you come back to life at a certain amount of time. You got to survive until dawn or something like that. It's very Happy Death Day. You die, you come back to life. You got to solve the crime and all that stuff. Very Happy Death Day. So I've always made the point, the joke, like, oh, is this gonna be Happy Death Day 4? Because this Until Dawn movie is Happy Death Day. But God, I'm so annoyed by that movie. And the worst part about it, and I'm sure I'm going to say this when I review it down the line, the worst thing about it is that it does look like it's going to be an entertaining movie, but it's not Until Dawn, so it's going to have that asterisk next to it. It's like, entertaining, but you called it Until Dawn, so you immediately got lost points from me with that, because this is not Until Dawn. I don't care how much you want to throw a Wendigo in this and all that stuff. This is not Until Dawn. But that's my soapbox. So, but nonetheless, Happy Death Day 3 is officially happening. Last thing to talk about is very interesting to me, and hopefully it's interesting to you as movie fans. The AMC CEO was doing a conversation. He said, quote, I have at least 3 of the 6 major studios who are completely in agreement that we need to bring back the 45-day window for movies in theaters. He went on to say that's a good start. Now, if we look at every studio except for Disney, the window is 18 to 36 days. For Disney, the window is 60 days. So Disney's obviously, eating up the competition there when it comes to that process. 18 days is freaking insane. 18 to 36 days. So yes, I am 100% in agreement. We need to get back to the 45-day window for movies. They should not be releasing from theaters anywhere. I would say take it up to 60 as well. But At least 45. Like, there's no reason movies should be out here, and three of the major studios are into it. I mean, I guess Disney, it doesn't really matter because they already got the 60 days. But all of you get on board. Like, this is where you make your money. Like, make your money in theaters and keep them in theaters longer, man. Like, I don't, I, I, watching movies at home are fine, but I so much prefer seeing them in theaters. Like, there's just a better atmosphere. There's a better feeling. I know going to theaters is pricey. There's annoying people in the theater sometimes who are just making noise or playing on their phone or get a screaming kid and all this stuff. I know it sucks. That's why we got to kind of figure out the times to go. But I love the theater experience. I love sitting down in theater. I go pretty much every week. I go multiple times. I've seen Snow White 4 times in theaters, man. I might see it again while it's still in theaters. But it kind of explains something with that 60-day window. Because remember with Mufasa, let's look back at Mufasa real quick. Mufasa the first week didn't do as good. Like, I think Sonic beat it the first week, but as the weeks went on, Mufasa made a ton of money over the weeks, which is good. Good for them. I still haven't seen Mufasa. I've heard good things. It's now on Disney Plus, but I don't know why you take movies out of theater. And if they're not doing good, whatever, fine. Cut your losses. Put it on a VOD. Charge this freaking $20 for people to rent it or whatever. I think it's $29 actually, which is insane. Again, I don't know. What's the price of a ticket? I get the Regal pass, so I pay like 20 something a month, and I see theaters movies for like 53 cents or something like that. How much is a movie now? $14? I think it's 14. Anytime I see like the regular price down there under my price, because there's unlimited price and there's regular price. I pay the unlimited price, so I think it's like $14. So for two people, $28. So I guess it's around the same price. But I don't know, man. Movie theater experience is just so much better. I get watching it at home and all that stuff. It's a comfort. They're both fine. But like, yes, we got to protect movie theaters. Like, that's I don't want to see movie theaters go away. Again, it's something that I enjoy. I go to pretty much weekly, multiple times a week. It seems now. Like, we gotta get that figured out. Like 45 days, fine. 60 days, absolutely. But let's get that freaking figured out by now. I mean, COVID years ago, we're past that already. Make people go to the theater again, man. Make it happen. They'll go. They'll absolutely go to theater. You see them show up for the big movies. They'll go see a movie in theaters if it's in there longer than, oh, well, 2 weeks it'll be on VOD. I guess I can just wait a little bit and just avoid spoilers and all that. Nah, man. Pull that schedule out longer. Make them come to the theater. That's going to do it for this episode, man. So I appreciate you hanging out with me. Hope you had a good time. If you saw Minecraft again, let me know in the comments how you felt about it, especially those theater reactions. Do you think they're real or just people acting up? Teenagers acting up. And then we talked news, DC, Superman, Peacemaker. We had some Marvel stuff with Spider-Man. We had some Happy Death Day news. We were all over the place, man. Let's save movie theaters. Let's keep it going. And while you're at it, save yourself. Believe in yourself. Trust yourself. If you're having a hard time, I understand. Life can be hard. Life can be very annoying at a lot of this process and times like that. And just gotta remember that inside of you is this built up capability of you achieving everything you could hope for, man. So believe in yourself. Chase those dreams. Go after those dreams. If one doesn't work out, that doesn't mean it's not meant to be for the others, man. Keep going after your dreams. The world will be with you. What's supposed to happen will happen. So just chase those dreams. Believe in yourself. Trust yourself because you are capable. You are incredible. You matter to this world. So be yourself, love yourself, treat yourself with kindness, treat others with kindness, be yourself, trust yourself, know that you do capably matter to this world. So thank you for watching this show. Appreciate you hanging out. Hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, week, month, year. And as always, remember that happiness can be found even in the darkest of times if one only remembers to turn on that light. Talk to you all next episode.